3:45 सब आ जाते थे इन बंसार। तो सब 2:30 बजे उठ के स्नान पानी करके आते हैं तो जुट के खाएंगे। शुरू करें
गीत के बाद तो 1 मिनट रह गया भाई बस।
Om Shanti. Good evening, everybody who is listening, mainly Asians. Today we are going to talk about the specialities of Mamma. Mamma and Baba have been the founders of this organization and have been instrument in training all senior dadis. Mamma, though she came later than Brahma Baba's Lokik family and many dadis, but she was a special soul, and that's why she got this title of Mamma as well as Saraswati, Adi Devi, etc. I had privilege of seeing Mamma on the first day I entered Brahma Kumari's center. I was invited to Sunday evening lecture, public talk by Mamma at Mumbai Center, and I heard her talk, and after 7 days, I had fortune to have personal meeting with Mamma. So Mamma was knowledgeful soul, And that's why she was known as Goddess of Knowledge, Saraswati. She was very much interested in listening to Murli, churn, and used to be embodiment of teaching. And so her classes were very impressive. Everybody used to love her dharana classes. Second speciality of Mama was she will never miss Amrit Vela. Whatever time she may go to sleep, but she must be awake by 2:30, 3. That was her usual time of waking up. Once she was in Mumbai, went to sleep late because she was meeting some minister. So by the time she went to sleep, it was midnight and got up at 2:30. So Ramesh Bhai asked, Mama, how come you got up so early as usual? And Mama said, if I can keep awake for the minister, this is the time when I have appointment with my beloved. How can I miss it? And her third speciality was she was very obedient, faithful, and always used to say, Haji, whatever Baba direction used to give, she will never question why not this, why not that, etc. For example, once in early days, Baba used to tell the Sandeshi to give the Sandesh, and one night at 9 o'clock, Sandeshi brought the message that tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, we have to perform the marriage ceremony of Lakshmi Narayan. So Brahma Baba called Mama and told that we need costumes for Lakshmi, Narayan, and jewelry for them. So Mama said, Haji, okay, we will get it ready by 9 o'clock in the morning. And she got few sisters who knew sewing and few sisters who could make jewelry. And whole night, all of them, including Mama, kept awake and got jewelry ready at 9 a.m. Second incident I know, a group of Brahman was leaving Madhuban to go to their destination. And while they were taking leave, Brahma Baba had just thought, let me provide garam halwa for them. So Brahma Baba called Mama and told Mama, please get garam halwa ready for this group. The Dadi who was standing there was leaving now, and how Mama will get the halwa ready for them. But Mama didn't ask anything. She went and in 10 minutes got halwa ready. And Baba asked one of the Madhuban Vasi to go on push bike to the bus stop. In those days, Brahman used a bus stop, 15 minutes walk, and then they had to be about half an hour early to get their luggage loaded on the bus. So before the bus departed, the Brahman group had garam halwa from Baba. Now Mama had many good quality. She always used to follow Srimad, and though she was Kumari, Baba gave her title of Mamma, and she became so mature and motherly, loveful, sweet, royal, etc. So she had the lesson of Haji, yes please, very pakka in her intellect. And her slogan was, Hukami Hukam Chala Raha Hai. Arthat, which means that God is giving me the order, and she would say, Haji. So, Mamma was given this title of administrative head of organization, because right from beginning, Baba gave administration to mothers because there were so many mothers. So she was head of organization, and she was still very humble, even though she knew that she is going to be Lakshmi. She used to continue to make efforts, and her yoga power was so much that whoever used to look at her used to have vision of goddess, their special deity. And they used to be ready to serve her or Brahma Kumaris. Because in those days, late 50s, 60s, Mama used to travel to many, many small centers or cities where there were no big houses. So sometimes dadis needed to hire some place. And so whenever dadis used to talk that, oh, our head is coming and she is going to stay here, the landlord used to happily give their house for Mama, and many times when they saw her, they had that vision. I remember once in Amritsar, there was so much opposition from public, and early in the morning before 7 o'clock, a crowd of 100 people came to the center where Mama was staying, and they started knocking at the gate saying, let us come in, we want to see Mama. And Jagdish Bhai was there, so he went to the gate and said, okay, if you want to see Mama, see after Murli. They said, no, we want to see her now. So Jagdish Bhai said, okay, 7 of you come upstairs where Mama is. So out of them, 7 went upstairs. Mama was on a 3rd floor sitting in yoga, and these 7 brothers sat in front of her for 10 minutes meditating, never complaining anything. So in the end, Mama asked, brothers, children, why you have come? And they said, nothing, Mama, everything is fine. And they went down and told everyone, this Brahma Kumaris are preaching wrongly. Their Mama is very good. So the thing is, whoever used to go to oppose her had vision of goddess, and they changed. Now, question is honesty, obedience, and trust. So I talked about Mama's obedience. Now, how we define honesty? Honesty is defined as the treasures that we have received from nature or Baba, that is, the thoughts, time, words, karma, should be used according to Srimad and not according to Manmat or Parmat. So we have to be honest and use all treasures for the world benefit. An honest person will look within oneself and not look at others. Honest person will maintain self-respect but not allow any ego. Will reveal oneself to Baba as one is in an honest way and not give any excuses. Because sometimes some Brahmins say, oh, Baba knows everything. I don't need to tell to Baba my mistake. And that is dishonesty. So whatever one does, do it the same thoughts, words, and karma. There should not be difference between thoughts, word, and karma. An honest person has got firm foundation of knowledge on the basis of experience. Honest person will not waste any treasure. He will use them in a worthwhile way and increase the treasures and will never be careless. It is said honesty is the best policy, and honest person will receive love from Baba and family. All will trust the honest soul, because once we speak lie, naturally people will not trust us. But honest soul, everybody will trust. Honest soul doesn't need to prove anything, but will be successful all the time. So what is the connection? Question is, connection between honesty, obedience, and trust. So if somebody is honest, naturally they are trustworthy, everybody will trust. And as I said, is honest person will use the treasures in a worthwhile way. Same thing, obedient person also will obey Baba and use everything in a worthwhile way. But obedience will be much more than honesty. Next question is, do we need to inculcate honesty, or does it naturally come by itself? Some people are naturally honest, so they don't have to work on themselves. But some people have been dishonest with themselves. They, in order to save their honor, they usually speak lie. So that is have been their sanskar of dishonesty. And until they realize that they are dishonest, they will have to work on themselves. So it takes time to inculcate new sanskar or change old into new. Next question is, how different is honesty in devotion and honesty in knowledge, in relationship to the God? In bhakti, there hasn't been very clear understanding of karma and honesty. And so, even if they are honest, they might be performing vikarma. Because, for example, somebody said, this is the truth, that's why I told. But that may be hurting someone, that may be giving sorrow to someone. And that's why, even if they are honest, they are performing vikarma. Whereas in jnana, there is understanding of honesty as well as karmic accounts. And so, the honest person will be performing elevate karma only, use all the treasures in worthwhile way. Whereas in bhakti, they use according to their family custom and social custom. So they don't know what is the truth, what should be used the treasure in how proper way. Next question is, honesty is very often connected with the degree of purity, which one should pay attention first, purity or honesty? I would say we should pay attention to honesty first, because unless I'm honest with myself, I wouldn't even realize whether I'm pure or not. I may think, oh, I'm all right. Everything is wrong with somebody else or circumstances. So there is need first to be honest, introvert, check our chart, and then pay attention to complete purity in thoughts, words, and actions. Next question is there a subtle dishonesty in spiritual life? Please explain. Subtle dishonesty can be there because some people don't want to look at their own weaknesses. It's very easy to look at the weaknesses and defects of others. So what people do is blame people and circumstances and don't look at themselves. Next question is, do we have to be obedient to all seniors' directions? As much as possible, follow the seniors' direction. But if you are not able to follow because of lack of time, money, energy, or some logic reason, it's good to clarify that this is the situation and I prefer to do this Lokik task more than alaukic task because my mother is very sick, she needs my attention, or I had to do this task for service, otherwise it is disservice to my family or friends or job. So I had to clarify my situation and circumstances and say, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Sometimes situations are such that we cannot perform certain instruction. Is that disobedience? As I said is in the previous question, it is disobedience, but you have got reason for not following that direction, and if your judgment power, discerning power are well enough, then you have to decide what to do. Or if you are not sure, you can ask the seniors that this is the situation, what should I do? Next question is, how does Baba deal with dishonest soul? Baba, Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba, both I found were very discerning. They could see the soul, past, present, future, and they could know whether the soul is honest or dishonest. And they would try not to increase the sinful karma of that dishonest or disobedient soul. For example, recently, so many souls have been asking Baba in the Murli, Baba, should I get my son married? If my son is married and daughter-in-law is not following discipline, should I eat food cooked by them or not? So such souls, when they ask this question, Baba knows that they don't have that strength or detachment. And that's why they are asking this question. So he wouldn't say no. Don't get your son married or don't eat food cooked by your daughter-in-law. He'll say, okay, eat. Okay, get them married. So he knows that if Baba gives order and if the soul doesn't follow because he is not strong enough, he will not give that sort of a direction. Second question about dishonesty is, how does Dadis and Didi deal with dishonest soul? Sometimes I have come across two Brahmins, both swearing and saying, I haven't done this. Or somebody started fight. So it's very difficult to decide who is right because they are swearing and still speaking lie. So we don't know who is right and who is wrong. So I had to leave them, giving them benefit of the doubt. How does BK student deal with another dishonest student? So as we were saying, that when we see somebody has been dishonest in one situation, or that is their sanskar, naturally we cannot trust them, and we have to deal them in a tactful manner, yogyukta manner, be sweet but not giving them cooperation in their wrong action. Next question is the quality of remembrance connected with degree of honesty? What happens if somebody has, for example, committed any sinful karma and they don't confess it to Baba honestly? Then there is a guilty feeling, heavy feeling, and the soul's connection with Baba is not good. So it will affect the quality of remembrance. Next question is, can you explain honesty in the following aspect? For example, finance, job, etc. with self. Honesty with self regarding finance, job, etc. So I have to be honest first with myself, because if I'm not honest with myself, I cannot be honest with Baba or Dadis. So we have to see whether I am doing my job honestly, because I'm paid. So at the time of work, I should focus on my work. If at that time, if I'm doing anything for a Alokik family or Lokik family, I have to check with my boss or do that job during my lunch hour, my break time. And finance also, I had to be honest with Baba and give my financial accounts, how much I am earning, how much I am giving to my logics, how much I am giving to Baba, etc. And the honest and surrendered soul will not do anything without getting permission from Baba or seniors. Even if they buy anything, they will check with Baba or seniors. Next question is, relate Didi's personally experience of honesty, obedience, and trust of Mamma with Baba. Mamma, I had told already about how obedient she was. Naturally, because she used to trust Baba. That whatever Baba's direction is for my benefit and Yajna's benefit, she used to be obedient and she was honest about whatever she used to do. She would tell Baba or refer to Baba. Now, I don't know whether this question is Mamma with Baba or my with Mamma and Baba. If it is my experience of honesty with Brahma Baba, what happened? Once I was traveling from Bombay to Madhuban. Usually I used to come in April, May when there were school holidays and most of the Brahman parents could come to Madhuban in the school holidays. So in April, May, sometime I was coming and it was mango season. I had a group of about 8 or 10 Brahmins. So when I used to travel from Kandivali, we had to take train to Bombay Central with luggage. And in luggage, it usually included bedding, bucket, and one suitcase. And some toli for Madhuban, and some fruits for Madhuban. So with 10 people's luggage of 30, 40 pieces, we had to change from Kandivali to Bombay Central, from Bombay Central to Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad to Abu Road to Mount Abu, and for bus we used to take. From Abu Road to Mount Abu, we used to take bus. Then the luggage would be carried and bullock cart to Madhuban, and we used to walk from bus stop to Pandavavan. So changing at 4 or 5 places. And at Bombay Central, I was given additional basket of mango. So sister from Bombay Gamdevi Center, she sent small basket of about 6 mangoes with me. Now somehow or other I forgot to carry it throughout. Somewhere I forgot. So when I came to Mount Abu, I suddenly remembered that Gamdevi Center had given me mango basket and it's not in my luggage. So I went to Baba and I told Baba, I'm sorry, I have forgotten this mango basket that Gamdevi Center had given me. And Baba was very happy to see how honestly I came and told him. So Baba used to really love my honesty, and anything I wanted to do, I used to check with Didi, Mama, or Baba. And so I was obedient, and Baba trusted me. Next question is, how do we still maintain good wishes and pure feelings with someone who is dishonest? Baba always says that you have to remember you are benevolent soul. You have to bring benefit to everyone. Jnani, Ajnani, vicious, viceless, pure, impure, dishonest, honest, all. So my good wishes and pure feelings should be with them, and I have to uplift them with pure feelings. Because if I maintain dislike, hatred for such soul, then that soul will never be uplifted. Next question is, which particular sanskars prevents one from being honest? I think body consciousness, what people will think if they know I have made this mistake, or how Baba will feel about me if I say I have done this mistake. So sometimes shame or body consciousness will prevent that soul from being totally honest. Next question is to inculcate complete honesty. We need to have deep and subtle checking. And which deep and subtle aspects that we need to check. So in order to check ourselves honestly, we need to be soul conscious. We need to be observer of ourselves. We need to be judge for ourselves. Because sometimes our sanskars are such that we are trying to judge other people and be lawyer for ourselves. Try to defend ourselves. I did this because of these things, etc. So rather than being lawyer to defend ourselves, we have to be observer and judge for ourselves. Then we can be really honest. Otherwise, old sanskar is looking at others, seeing their weaknesses, finding their defects and giving excuses. So now I have to develop that honesty. I have to have aim. I want to change myself. I don't want to blame circumstances. I don't want to blame any people. I must change myself. That desire to change myself will help me to be honest. Now, what are new questions?
So the first question I received, Didi, is some people seem to have 6 to 8 hours of meditation in a day, but it seems like they sleep for 50% of the time. What do you have to say about this? How can we understand what's going on?
I think...
Is this an aspect of dishonesty? Well, I mean...
This is aspect of dishonesty. They are not looking at themselves as whether they are awake, alert or not. And what one needs to be open to receive feedback.
Yeah.
Because many times people who are sleepy, not only they don't realize, but if somebody else says, they don't believe. They are not happy to receive the feedback.
Yeah.
And that's why one has to be open to receive the feedback from others. Because usually those who are sleeping, they don't realize. They don't realize. And so we need to have honesty, introvertedness, checking honestly.
So first I'll take up the questions about Mamma, because there are many questions. So Mamma was very sweet and loving, but she was the administrative head of the yajna. So can you share how she was lawful? She must have had the balance of love and law. So how was her law applied?
Because suppose somebody had done mistake. So somebody will come and complain that this soul hurt me by telling this or doing this. So what Mama used to do is invite that soul was done wrong. So she will sweetly ask, did you do like this? Sweetly. And then she would advise, if you would have done this thing, would it not be better? So lovefully, she will give the law to the soul who is doing wrong thing.
Yeah.
So she used to follow law and she wanted others also. So Mama Baba used to teach by their own example. They used to follow Srimad and they used to have every night quote where somebody will say, I was hurt by somebody, or somebody would confess themselves that I'm sorry, I got angry, or I ate this without checking with Bhandari or something. So they used to either speak honestly themselves, or somebody will complain, and Mama will privately get both the parties together and tell them to confess their mistake and then express their friendship by shaking hands or hugging each other or giving drishti to each other.
So Mama she had her own wisdom. She didn't need to consult Brahma Baba for everything.
She had her own wisdom, but many times she would tell us to consult Brahma Baba. For example, I was new in Gyan, 4 months in Gyan. And when I met Mama, I said, Mama, can I give up my medical practice and be a surrendered soul and look after only spiritual service? And Mama said, no, you have to check with Brahma Baba. So when you meet Brahma Baba, you check with him. So she didn't say yes or no. She didn't say, I will check with Brahma Baba. But she said, you check with Brahma Baba. Now, same thing Didi Dadi also used to do is, if somebody used to ask Dadi one thing, because Dadi and Didi Manmohini, Prakashmani Dadi and Didi Manmohini, they had their area. So sometimes from Delhi, the soul will ask Manmohini Didi as well as Prakashmani Dadi. Same question, because they wanted different answer. So what Didi Dadi also used to do is, they wouldn't give immediate answer. They will say, come to me tomorrow and I will give you answer. And then in between, both will consult with each other so that both are giving the same advice. Same thing, Mama. Major decision, she would leave it to Brahma Baba to take.
Next question is, after Mamma left her body, Brahma Baba played the role of mother in the yajna. Was there any difference in Mamma's sustenance and Baba's sustenance as mother?
There is always difference between both sanskars. Mamma was natural mother. And she was really very sweet. Whereas Brahma Baba was strict mother. He was more strict than sweet. Mamma was more sweet than strict. So the thing is, Baba was loving, but he was more strict. And so people were a little bit scared of Brahma Baba. Because Mama used to point out their weakness, mistake personally. Whereas Brahma Baba will give direction in Murli.
Very interesting.
In front of everybody. Suppose there were two sisters having familiarity, and they're sitting in the class, sitting in the same class, and everybody knew that they have got familiarity. And Baba will say, oh, there are souls who have familiarity, sisters with sisters, brothers with brothers. So that soul will feel little embarrassed. And many times, no, Kumaris in front of Baba, I remember, Baba used to say, monkeys don't value jewels. They are happy with chickpeas. So the Kumaris who are doing job, they are like carrying basket on their head. Nokri is like a tokri. The job is like a heavy basket. Why you want to have heavy basket on your head? Or why you are spending your valuable time for this chickpeas? Why don't you value the jewels that Baba is giving and share that jewels and earn so much income? So the Kumaris are sitting in front of Baba, so everybody will know whom Baba is giving this direction.
So Mama was more loving and soft.
Soft.
Soft, yeah.
Soft, gentle, sweet, and logical.
So is Mama now a princess in Nepal? Is Mama born in Nepal like a princess? And is she closer to the advanced party? Because obviously she has no connection with Brahmins.
I think in the early days when Mama left the body, it was known that she is born in Nepal. And naturally, so far, Nepal and India had very good connection. And in Nepal, we have a big number of Brahmins. And So all the advanced party souls will have friendship and connection, and they will be jointly planning to have better Bharat, to change Bharat into heaven. So I don't know where our other advanced party souls are born, but they will have some friendship and connection.
So Mama is always shown with the Shaktis. What kind of relationship can we have with her in the subtle? Only as a mother, or see, Baba we relate to as so many relationships. But Mama?
Bhagats will worship her as Shakti, Jagadamba, or Durga, Kali, whichever goddess they want to worship. So Mama is worshipped as goddess or Shakti, whereas we keep connection with Mama as mother, not other relationship. At the most, like a mentor, or some of the dadis might have considered as friend. I don't know of many dadis considered as a friend, but mostly as a mother and mentor.
So Mama didn't have much wealth, but she served through body and mind. So how can we see her specialities and do the same? What Mansa Seva did she do? What Karmana Seva did she do? Wealth she didn't have, no? But did she encourage others to give their wealth? How did she do that?
The thing is, Mama was like Baba's right hand. On a spiritual level, she used to do a lot. Speaking personally with everybody, giving jnana, morally, traveling to small centers, training many original senior sisters of second group. So she served first group of dadis, she served second group like me, and also when she was in Madhuban, she would be looking after store, Shivadaris, etc. So I think she was doing as much service as Brahma Baba. Though only difference was she couldn't bring any wealth to yajna, but she inspired wealthy people to put their wealth in yajna.
And now we have a few questions not related to Mama. Baba said, be an ocean of knowledge, the Sindhu, in virtues, knowledge and dharna. Be a bindu in your awareness. What does that mean?
We are dot. So we are bindu. But just as Baba is ocean of all qualities, knowledge, love, peace, powers, happiness, etc., we are master oceans. So that's why it is said, be Bindu as well as Sindhu.
And then next question is, Didi, if we see dishonesty in others or mistakes in others, can we just give good wishes to them, or do we need to report it to seniors?
We have to see if that dishonesty is doing disservice, because many times they do something wrong and it is disservice, but they don't want to be honest and confess their weakness or mistake. And it's our duty to report to seniors.
Then they will not like us. It will create bad relationship with them.
It's all right, but I have to stop this service. That should be my aim, to stop this service. And so, with good wishes, pure feelings, but I have to report to my seniors, then forget about it. Because I don't maintain grudge for them. And I have good wishes for them, but I want to stop this service.
So next question is, how can we still create subject souls even during lockdown?
I would say we are doing more service in lockdown. So many courses happening on the line. So many programs, conferences conducted online. Even now at this time, Awakening Channel is doing yogathon, yoga program. So that's way we are spreading Baba's message through words as well as through our vibration. We are spreading peace. So we are creating peaceful environment and giving Baba's introduction to many souls.
Another question is, can we say, even though Mama didn't bring any physical wealth with her, but she served through the wealth of knowledge, is this equal to physical wealth?
Much more than physical wealth. Because there are many wealthy people who may donate wealth, but they don't have time to study. They don't have time to give message to everybody. So their wealth is doing limited service. Whereas Gyan wealth donation is doing lot of service.
Well, I think that's it. I don't think there are any more questions. Is there anyone who has a last-minute question? If you can type it now. Otherwise, I think all the questions are covered.
Okay. So we'll have 5 minutes meditation. So let us keep in mind Mama and Baba, especially in this month of June. We remember Mama and we have to follow Mother and Father. Have balanced life like Mama. Have spiritual love, deep love for Murli and meditation. As the mother, so the children. We have to aim to be golden aged world sovereigns. Let us earn our imperishable income every moment. Be obedient, trustworthy, honest like Mama. This is a time to earn our fortune. Honestly, let us use our all treasures in a worthwhile way. We are so fortunate that Baba has adopted us. Some of us in this birth were not really working hard to find Baba. We never had a dream that we will be the master of the world, master of heaven. Baba has brought heaven on his palm. Adopted us, whatever we were. And is guiding us to perfection. Let us keep aim in our mind. Follow Mother, Father. Be Baap Saman. Keep on flying. Have constant attention on ourselves, on remembrance. Bhai vision. Accumulate as many powers as possible. Be Master Almighty Authority before we leave the body. Be cautious of Maya. Watch Maya. Defeat Maya. Keep on singing Wah Baba, Wah Drama, Wah Me. In the end, have grapes as a toli. because Mama gave grapes on the last day. And in Janki Park, we have many grapes. And on 24th June, we'll be sharing fruits from Janki Park. We have apples, we have got lychees, we have got grapes, and lots of cucumber, and lots of marrows, ghee. So, enjoy your lockdown or partial lockdown, and see you sometime. Om Shanti.